Hey there guys, Next Strike here, back again for another comic book reviews, and today I'm here to review Batgirl Volume 1, The Darkest Reflection. And here's the back. And, if you guys didn't know, it is written by Gail Simone. I believe I am pronouncing her name correctly. But, Gail Simone has written, well, she's written a lot of things, but she's very well known, and she's actually fan-demanded to write this. I know she wrote at least one episode of Justice League Unlimited. It was the Double Date episode. I just watched that the other day, so that's why I know. But that was a really good one. She wrote Birds of Prey for a long time. She doesn't anymore, but you know. And now she writes Batgirl. And it makes sense why, because she knows how to write the female characters of the DC Universe very well. So I'm very happy that she is on this book, because I know that it's going to be good. So when I read this book, my hopes were rather high, because people were saying that, you know, oh, it's better than Batman. Well, some people were saying that, and you know, it's like one of the better Batman books and all this stuff. But to me, it's more middle ground, because to me, I think that Batman and Nightwing are like the top tier, and then you've got like Batgirl and Batman and Robin is the middle, and then you know, stuff like that. But it is still a good book. I think the story-wise, it goes back into Batgirl actually being Batgirl. She has been paralyzed for a while. It does go into the Killing Joke, and she's finally, after surgery, she's finally back on her feet for a little bit. Well, for a while, obviously, because there's a lot of books. But she's just getting back into it, and she's very rusty. And it delves into her psyche, her fear of guns, her fear of getting hurt again. She has to be careful about her back, you know, and a lot of people are worried, and she's trying to be like, no, I'm ready for this, I'm ready to be Batgirl. And there are some really touching moments in here. You know, again, this does have a crossover with Nightwing, much like the Nightwing book had with Batgirl. This one takes place before it. But that chapter, I felt she was a little bit harsh on Nightwing, because Nightwing, he's just trying to care. He's like, you know, hey, I'm really concerned because you've been injured for so long. Are you sure about this? And she's like, get off me, you know, I can do this on my own. You don't have to baby me, all this stuff. I mean, it's understandable where she's coming from, but I was still kind of like, you know, you were crippled for years, you know, he's just caring. But I would do that, because that's the kind of person I am. I would be like, hey, take it easy here. I don't even know if I'd let her, but you know, who am I? Mr. Controlling Boyfriend Man, that's who I am. So, let's see, I'm trying to get okay, here we go. This one's not too far in. So, yeah, there's some art, and if you can't tell, this one has great art. It has spectacular art. In fact, I would say it has the best art of all the Batman books that I've read. And even the ones I haven't read, I've seen most of them, and they're all, yeah, none of them beat this, I'm pretty sure. Batgirl has great art, and I am really happy to say that. But as far as story is concerned, villains, more or less villains, but the villains, there's two, and it's a 7-chapter book, but when you have two different villains, which means two different story arcs, they're not together, you know, it's one villain for said time, and then another villain for another time, it makes it to where it's, like, to me anyway, the longer the villain is in the book and it has meaning and character development and it's really intense, that's the better the book gets. But with this, since there's just two villains, they don't have as much time, it feels a little more rushed. But both the villains, well, the second villain's not that great, but I think the first villain is pretty decent. And I like what this person does. I'm not going to spoil the identity because it is a mystery for this character. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, and it looks like that Gail is. Again, I'm hoping I'm saying her name right, but it looks like she is building up characters for other arcs. Like there's this one cop that doesn't like her. Commissioner Gordon's not happy with this. She's got a roommate that's a little bit iffy about her at times. So it looks like there's a lot of things going on now. Well, I'm not going to spoil that one, but there's just a lot of character things going on with Barbara. And, yeah, I find that interesting. Now, of course, this is about Batgirl. I'm not the biggest Batgirl fan, which is probably why I don't like it as much as Nightwing or Batman. But it's definitely up there in quality. It's definitely worth checking out. And if you're a girl, or you just like Batgirl, then it will really appeal to you. Now, the reason why I say if you're a girl, The reason is because, of course, this is a girl author, and therefore she does appeal to girls a little more. She goes into more of the feelings and, you know, how all this is, which is, it's not a bad thing. I like it when authors do that. It's just more for girls, you know. We're just being honest here, no sexism whatsoever. But yeah, I think overall, pretty good book, and I do suggest checking it out. And yeah, that's really all I had to say for now. Catch you guys on the next review.